What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the preview for the Everton away game in hand, of course, for Manchester City. Before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, that you do subscribe. It is free. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 16,000 subscribers. Don't forget social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships, for any videos, or any general business inquiries, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction. So let's crack on with this video. It is the game in hand for Manchester City from that game that should have been played in late December, February 17th. The game is taking place at 8:15 PM GMT kickoff time, and the game is live on Amazon Prime Video. So we're going to start off first with our oppositions, Everton. They're led by Carlo Ancelotti, a really good manager, and I suspect for this game that he's going to be setting his Everton side up to be very defensive, but also very attacking at the same time. So when they're defending in numbers, and when they're attacking in numbers as well. So there's going to be a lot of running and a lot of power in their midfield, which is going to be absolutely crucial in this game. I suspect that Calvert-Lewin's going to be back playing for Everton, considering he didn't play in their last game. He had been injured, and it didn't go too well with a 2-0 home loss against Fulham. So I suspect that even if he isn't fully fit, that he'll be rushed back because they are missing him. But yeah, they're going to be looking for power, pace and precision, the 3 Ps when going into this game. And it's up to Manchester City to be handling not only their defence when sitting deeper, but also their attack when they choose to come forward. They've got some really good players. Brazilian international Richarlison, they've got James Rodriguez, the Colombian international, Gylfi Sigurdsson, the Icelandic international as well. They've got some really good players as well. They've also got through midfield, I'm suspecting it could be Doucouré, possibly maybe Tom Davies could be playing Andre Gomez. Alan was on the bench for their last game as well. There's lots of power and pace in that midfield, lots of legs and lots of running. In terms of their defence, it's a bit tricky because they started just to have some players to come back, so I'm wondering which team they're going to go with. Judging off their last game, I suspect there's going to be quite a few changes, considering it didn't seem to work against Fulham. If it didn't work against Fulham, then it's not going to work against Manchester City, so I suspect they'll be making a little bit of changes here and there, possibly maybe 3, 4, maybe even 5 changes to the team. They've got Seamus Coleman in defence, Mason Holgate, Lucas Digne, Yerry Mina, Ben Godfrey, all very good defenders who could help Everton to try and keep Manchester City out, try and keep things nice and tight. It's one of these games, just like the match that we had against Spurs, just like the match we had against Swansea, and just like the match we had against Liverpool. It's one of them games that's crucial that Manchester City take the lead and put the pressure on, particularly in that first half, and that's what we've got to be looking for. Of course, this game would have been better suited for Manchester City to be played in late December. Manchester City were hit quite bad with coronavirus. They didn't know how much it had spread amongst their squad and staff, and so they decided to contact the Premier League to get the game called off because they didn't want to endanger or run the risk of that spreading over to our oppositions, Everton. Everton were furious. They wanted the game played. It felt like it was a good time maybe to be playing Manchester City, but Everton at the time were looking very depleted. They had quite a few injuries to key players as well. So Man City have a big squad. I think it then would have been a good time to have played that game. Wasn't to be. City have got near enough most of their players back. Everton have got most of their players back, and what actually it does set up now is the potential of a really good, close game. And I am looking forward to this one because it is always a good test going to Goodison Park. Now, Everton, in terms of form, they're the only team that we haven't played this season, so I cannot judge of our previous experience with playing Everton what to expect from this game. They're the only team in the Premier League that we haven't faced this season, and we do face them in the last game of the season as well, and we have got them in the quarter-final away from home in the FA Cup as well. So this is good experience for Manchester City to get used to what to expect from Everton. It could be a little bit unpredictable. It's one of those that if City are allowed to get on top, with Everton not being in too great a form over the last 2 or 3 games, if City are allowed to get on top, we could punish Everton and put them to the sword, so to speak. But with how good Ancelotti is and how good the players that they've got, surely that won't be happening. Surely it's going to be a very tight, close game. Everton are going to look to try and keep things secure and keep things out and make it life as difficult as possible. Tough tackling, lots of energy, lots of movement, and keeping things really compact and tight. They've got the Merseyside derby coming at the weekend as well. It's good practice for them to be doing that as well. It's a good time for Everton to be playing Liverpool, so they'll be looking to go into that Merseyside derby with a bit of confidence, and there's no better confidence than playing a home match against the current league leaders and beating them. So we need to be very careful of that. But for Everton, yeah, like I said, I'm expecting them to defend in numbers, and because of that, it's going to limit our opportunities. So we must be clinical. That's nothing new to us, though. We know that we must be clinical. To win games. It's the Premier League after all. It's what was we were shooting ourselves in the foot with earlier in the season. It wasn't so much we was playing bad, it was more just a case that Manchester City were just struggling to get things going and find the back of the net. They started to find their feet, we've started to find the back of the net. So yeah, we'll see if we'll be clinical in this game. Hopefully, fingers crossed we will, and we'll get 3 points and we will go 10 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Now Everton's form, won 2 in their last 6 games in all competitions. Manchester City, however, have won their last 16 games in all competitions. So big contrast in form here. Like I said, Everton did lose at the weekend 2-0 at home against Fulham. It's a really poor result. They want European football. That's the owners and the club's ambition for the end of the season. If they want that, they need points, they need wins, and they need to be using this game to try and, like I said, become their pivotal moment, send them into good form into the Merseyside derby. If they can pick up wins against Manchester City and against Liverpool in back-to-back games, that'll give them the confidence they need to try and push on to try and get them European places. But if you want a European place, that's the kind of thing that you need to do. And if they don't, and they pick up a defeat against City and pick up a defeat against Liverpool, they're left then lingering, wondering, where do they go from here? So 2 very big games coming up for Everton in a close proximity. Like I said, this would have been better played in December. It would have suited both sides, but here we are. Everton wanted to get fussy. They wanted to play it before City have their Champions League match. They've got their wish. It's very difficult now for Everton with the form that they're in, so we'll see what happens. Now, looking just back at Everton's form just before that shock loss against Fulham, they'd scored 10 goals in 3 games, so they do know how to find the back of the net. That's mainly down to how good Calvert-Lewin has been this season. Like I said, they've got other dangerous players, Richarlison, also Gylfi Sigurdsson, James Rodriguez. These are very dangerous players that know how to find the back of the net, so it's up to Manchester City to keep things very tight at the back for us, and also to be making sure that we're not giving them plenty of space to be able to create opportunities, which we've been very good at so far this season, so I'm hoping that that will continue. For Manchester City, a little bit of injury news. I've done this video before Pep has done his pre-match press conference, so I've not got an update on Ilkay Gundogan. I haven't seen any pictures of him training, so I'm going to be presuming that even if he is fit, that he won't be starting, and there'll be a little bit of squad rotation here for Manchester City, which I've adapted into my team prediction. Nathan Ake is going to be out. Kevin De Bruyne is also going to be out. Sergio Aguero, I suspect, will make the substitute bench for Manchester City, and he could well make his long-awaited appearance for Manchester City off the bench. Not got an update, like I said, on Ilkay Gundogan. I'm not expecting him to start. Fernandinho, I'm not sure if he is fully fit yet or not. If he is, then I suspect he could go into midfield as kind of like the like-for-like replacement for Ilkay Gundogan. So, I'm going to pop up my team prediction now, and like I said, I am taking into mind squad rotation here. So I've gone with Ederson in goal. I'm going with Cancelo at right back, Zinchenko at left back, because they were fantastic against Tottenham, and I'd like to see them play in that position once more. Now, this time, I'm going for John Stones to be given a rest. Ruben Diaz wasn't fully fit to start in our last game. He could have started if he needed to, but Manchester City gave him a rest, and because of that, and Laporte put in a really good game, I suspect that Ruben Diaz could come back into the team. I would then give Stones a rest and play Diaz and Laporte and see how that partnership looks. Now, with Ilkay Gundogan being out, and I'm going into the presumption that with Fernandinho, he hasn't featured for Manchester City either, if he isn't fully fit to not play in this game. I'm going for Rodri to be playing in midfield, and then Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden further ahead of him, and one or either of Bernardo Silva or Phil Foden needing to drop deeper into that more Ilkay Gundogan role. Ilkay Gundogan, don't get me wrong, in the form of his life is a huge loss for Manchester City, but what it will do is allow Manchester City just to adapt and change things, and like I said, if Everton are going to be sitting a little bit tighter and a little bit deeper to try and keep Manchester City out, then it's going to be a big loss with Gundogan not playing, and Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden will definitely need to step up to the plate. With no Gundogan and no De Bruyne, yeah, Everton will be fancying their chances with gritness in midfield, so City need to be sorting that out, and I'm hoping that Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden can give us the creativity needed. I'm going to go for Mahrez on the right wing, Raheem Sterling on the left wing. Would not be surprised to see Ferran Torres start, if I'm completely honest, but I'm going for Mahrez on the right wing, Sterling on the left wing, considering Phil Foden I'm predicting to go into the middle, and Gabriel Jesus to go through the middle at the top for Manchester City. Now, my score prediction, I'm going for 2-1 to Manchester City. Like I said, I think it's going to be a very difficult game. I can see Everton scoring, I can see Manchester City scoring. Even though City like to keep clean sheets, I do see this being a both teams to score, and that is my betting tip for this game. And Manchester City win, both teams to score. Just want City to get them 3 points, really. Let's go and get 10 points clear at the top. Let's put ourselves into a fantastic position that after this game, 14 games to go, 10 points clear is a huge advantage and good form going into our upcoming games. Game at the weekend away at Emirates Stadium against Arsenal. We've got Borussia Mönchengladbach coming up in Budapest next midweek as well. Lots of travelling, lots of away games, lots of challenges for Manchester City. We're in great form. Let's see if we can make it 17 wins out of 17 in all competition. Like I said, do expect some squad rotation, so City need to be grinding and grinding hard, and let's see if we can win this game. And these are the types of games that decide Premier League titles, when you're grinding and grinding and grinding. It's win after win after win. That's how you win Premier League titles. We know how to do that. We know to take it a game at a time. So let's bring on Everton away. Looking forward to this game. It is an 8:15 PM GMT kickoff time in the United Kingdom. We have got my live stream watch along scheduled already. If you want to go and click on that link, that will be at the end of the video, or it's already on my channel if you want to go and press on that and set your reminder. Don't forget also to subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Plenty more Manchester City content to come. We seem to be going daily videos at the moment, so yeah, do subscribe if you are new around here and you haven't already. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video and let me know your score and team prediction in the comments below. And I'll be back again tomorrow for that live watch along of this big Premier League game. So I've been JSGC. I hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you everyone for watching. Peace. Ciao for now.